and get ready for all the action of the
All right, somebody cut the brew off early, but that's all right. You didn't have much to say. Our final episode of the year. Welcome. Hello to everybody. Welcome to the BBL Central BBL Podcast. Our final ones of the year. You don't have to put up with us anymore. We're done and dusted. It's nearly time to dust off and get into our NRL and AFL super coaches, whichever one you are most likely to get into. I think all three of us here tonight, we're all NRL. But Rossco, how did you end up in the BBL one, mate? Did you just recover a little bit?
Absolute disaster that last round. I was at the game and went for the Sixers game and sitting there and on the drink and working out what trades I was going to do. And then on top of that, I was worried about the weather and what to do. So I didn't end up bringing in Steve Smith or Mitchell Stark or any of those other guys that went really big. And it was an absolute piss poor round of about 600 and something points. And I dropped back about 2,000 spots to about 4,000 in the end. So everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. And it was just one of those things. I was as I said, you shouldn't drink and super coach, mate. When you get beat on the drink, it just doesn't bear well. And then, as I said, obviously concerned about the weather and whatnot. It was just one of those things. And I was just glad that the round was over with, to be honest with you. I'm going to start focusing on NRL Supercoach because it was not a good round.
Nah, well, yeah, I didn't get myself. It wasn't a very good round for me. I didn't. I just couldn't afford Steve Smith, so I copped it. I actually won cash league, believe it or not. I don't know how that happened.
I got smoked in my cash league.
somehow I got one.
I think the bloke I played got about 1,100 or something. I think it was. So, yeah. Yeah.
Now I had some other good ones there, which I got a few hundreds for that last week. But all right, so we have a guest with us tonight. We have Jesse, who is our overall league winner. Round of applause.
Thank you guys. Thanks for having me, Beast. Thanks for having me, Ross. Appreciate your time for letting me come in.
No, not a problem at all, mate. And you finished 14th overall.
Yes. As I was saying to you boys before, it's a lot of luck in Supercoach, and I've got pretty lucky with the trades. I brought in for this round. I brought in Steve Smith and Sam Curran, so the two people who went pretty good. I couldn't afford Stark because I really want to get Smith in my team, but yeah, got pretty lucky with some of the trades, and yeah, super keen to get for next year and for the NRL Supercoach as well.
Yeah, and you're right. It is a bit of luck because people, like say for that last round, I played Finn Allen and people thought I was mad. I actually owned the New South Wales Philippe, right? And I chose to on a single week to play Finn Allen over a double week player like Philippe. It's really luck. It's just a gut feeling that Finn Allen was really hitting some form, and I wasn't wrong, was I?
Was that because you thought the game was raining, like the second game? Because I thought the Heat versus Sixers was going to rain out, so I wasn't going to win one. But then, it didn't even rain out and got a full 20 overs.
That's why I didn't go too heavy on the Sixers either. That was my other concern too. It wasn't just that second game, but it was the first game. But I had seen Curran in my team, and for some reason, I was just that conscious on the weather that I didn't want to go with one extra Sixer, so I reversed the trade and didn't end up bringing him in. So I could have bought him in. I could have bought Steve Smith in, but I went for Sean Abbott instead, who didn't do too well, and Josh Philippe was average, but I already had him. But yeah, it wasn't great, unfortunately. Even Jack Edwards, I bought him in this week too for the last round, and I should have just forked out the extra 30K and got Steve Smith instead, to be honest. But I don't know about you, what your sort of tactics were during the season, Jesse, but I'm one of those guys who prefer to don't really like going bats only. I want the all-rounders and I just want just the bowlers, because I think forking out 200K for a bat only is just...
Yeah, it's the all-rounders is so important. Yeah. The all-rounders is like Sam Curran, for example, like he was batting at 5 and he gets 3 to 4 overs. So I was like, he was my first pick in the team. And then I had enough someone to afford Steve Smith. But yeah, getting those bat only, it's also a hard watch because they can get out just a good ball and then they're out for two. It's like Josh Brown. A lot of people, Captain Brown, brought in Brown for the Renegades, but he quite often can get out for a duck. He can go big, but he gets out for a duck. And he went all right the first game, but he got out for a duck the next game. And then
I know. I VC'd him.
Oh, yeah.
I took his score and I VC'd him and took the score, and he got a duck the second game. So, yeah.
Yeah, I actually captain Connolly because I VC'd Sutherland, and actually
I did see that because I was kind of keeping an eye on you. And I'm like, well, Jesse's not having a great round, and I think Conley kind of helped you out a bit there in the end that round.
I was watching it with my brother, and he VC'd Khan, and Khan was just going like mayhem in that first batting.
Yeah, he did.
I knew I didn't VC him because Zampa was back in the team, so I was like, he's not going to get 4 overs, and I was right with that. He only got 2. I think it was 1 or 2.
Yeah.
But same with the bat, he hit like 47, and he was just like going mayhem. Which
I had the VC on Khan up until pretty much when it was about to start, and then I saw some stats that not many spinners had taken many wickets at Energy Stadium, because there was a lot more wickets taken by pace bowlers and spinners. So I ended up changing it to Josh Brown, and I made that decision because the Renegades batted first. Because if they had a bowl first, I actually would have VC'd Sandu, which would have worked out a little bit better. So. Yeah, because he turned up the first game and then did nothing the second game because he got hit for about 60 off 3 overs.
He's like, he just throws like peaches. Like, he's not even a good bowler. He can get whacked for like 45 and then he gets like 3 wickets. So I feel like he got a high economy rate, but he gets wickets. So he's a good person to have.
No. Anyway.
Man. All right. So, Jesse, for finishing top of our league, obviously one of the prizes is a Supercoach ring donated to us by our proud sponsor, Supercoach Rings there. Ross, you want to tell us a bit about them? And, of course, they're on board again for the NRL off the bench, which the code is on the bottom of the screen there, folks. And they're also coming on board for a Tipsters Award as well. So stay tuned. But we don't know what's happening there, but we do have a bit of good news coming with that one as well. Ross?
Yeah, super stoked to have the guys from Supercoach Champion Rings on board. Obviously, they donated the ring for cricket for the BBL, and which I'll be posting out to Jesse in the next sort of few days when I get a chance to get to the post office. But I shot him a message the other day and said, hey, guys, you guys willing to come on board and donate one for the NRL too? They were all aboard for that. And then basically turned around and said, are you guys running a tipping comp? And I said, we do actually. He goes, I'm going to send you a bonus prize to give out. I don't know what it is. I won't know until it turns up. I didn't ask him what it was. He just said that he was going to send me something extra. So whether it's another ring as a tipping one against something else, I don't know. So
now, if people do want, because like with all these leagues, I mean, I've nearly filled up my leagues already. It's friggin' the activity out there around NRL is just insane at the moment.
Yeah.
But if people are having either club leagues or they've got workplace leagues, things like that, and you want one of these rings, we're going to put the website up on our socials. Go check out our socials. All the information Ross will have there, so you can go check them out. They really are good people, and they're very affordable, and it's a great way to top off your a league win as well.
Yeah, it's only $100. I think it's only $100 for a ring. Like it's dead set an absolute steal, and you know
they've got a couple of different variants though, and the big one though, which Jesse gets, he gets a big. Yeah. You get the big burler, mate. I don't know where you're ever going to wear it, but it's a big ring.
It'll be like my trophy. I'll be putting it like on a TV cabinet because it's just a flex.
So did you manage to win? Did you manage to win anything else? Any other cash leagues or any other?
Yeah, cash comes. I'm kind of filthy because I would have won SC Ballers and that was 2K, but I didn't enter that, so that was top.
Oh,
I missed out on 2K there, so I won some cash comps. But my second, the first finals for the head-to-heads, I didn't go that good for it, so I didn't win that many. But if I didn't trade in Berendorf and brought in Fraser McGurk, I would have won all of the first week of finals. And then the second week I went pretty well, and I would have won probably most of them too. So I was up. I entered about $450 worth of comps, and I was up about $650. So a little bit of a profit. But in NRL, like I entered like $500 worth of comps, and then I was up about 2K, which was really nice. So all my profit, it kind of just goes to the cash comps because it's so much fun doing Supercoach.
Well, just on the cash comps, quick shout out to Rod Thompson, who runs all our cash comps for us, NRL, AFL.
Yeah, I'm with Tragic.
Yeah. We don't trust anyone else. The blokes generally pays out on time. We've had issues before with certain people with NRL cash comps who managed to keep the money and did a runner, unfortunately, but Rob will always pay out on time and never have any dramas with him. So if you are interested in joining any leagues, just jump onto our page or send him a direct message. He's got heads, overalls, draft comps as well, knockouts, you name it, he's got all that too. So, one thing I'd like to see them do better with the NRL Supercoach is give us more drafts, because we just don't have enough room to only have 5 drafts. Like I play more than 5 drafts every year, and I have a second team just for drafts. I don't use it for Classic, but I just don't find 5 drafts is enough. So, yeah, they do need to work on fixing that, though, I think.
All right, now a quick shout out. Tim was going to be on the show tonight. I don't know where he is, but there's a wanted post. If you happen to see him, give us a shout out, will you? Like he's frigging out there somewhere. We don't know where, but oh, Tim, we love you, but you're a wanted man, mate. Like that picture is just going to live on. All right, so what we're going to do now there's a few people out there I can see being watching and listening live. We're going to do some awards here now. Do let us know your opinions on these awards if you like. I know we didn't really heavily advertise that we're coming on tonight, but do give us a shout out and give us your thoughts. So the first award I'm going to look at is the catch and the drop of the year. Now, just about everyone we spoke to was in consensus with this, that Maxwell, for his early catch in the round 2 or round 1 was that, where he went over the rope and threw it back in, and catch of the year, and then drop of the year. Well, he dropped about 3 in the last couple of rounds. So any thoughts on that, boys?
I think that, my thought on that, but honourable mention to Tom Curran as well, because he dropped some absolute sitters during the season as well. I think there was one he dropped in the game yesterday as well. But, the one that Maxi dropped yesterday, and he dropped another easy one a couple of rounds ago too. So, he hasn't had the best season, old Maxi, unfortunately, with the bat either or the ball. So, and I don't know about you, Jesse, but I had him from the get-go. I thought I'd start him from round 1 as a bit of a pod, because no one will jump on him because of his price. And unfortunately, rode the wave till the end, and he ended up being about 60K by the end of the season.
I had him too. It was a bit filthy too with the drops. I think it was the last round I played him, so I played him for the last round, and he's just dropping everything. And someone who prides himself for taking catches. I remember he was saying about Fraser McGurk, how he's kind of coached him with his fielding and how he's a good catcher, but then he's just dropping a bunch of sitters. It's a hard watch when you own him for Supercoach and you kind of need those 10 points, and he just drops it. It's just filthy about it.
He just doesn't look balanced or something. Even when you see him fall over like that, you go, it's like his balance has all of a sudden left him. A bit like a golf pro that gets the yips with their putting, It just doesn't seem to just have the balance there. But no, he's had a filthy year. He nearly could have been Spud of the Year, couldn't he?
Oh, absolutely, he could have been. There's no doubt about that. I would have I had him very close to being Spud of the Year.
What's Spud of the Year? What does that mean? Spud, like the worst player?
No, worst player of the year,
yeah. Spud is a potato, slang term for potato. Yeah. So if you're a potato, you're just a potato, mate. Like,
What about Jason Berendorf? I reckon that guy was horrible. I think he was a Spud.
God, he was. Crazy. But we'll get to the Spud. I promise you, we will get there. But tell you what, he was not flash at all. Our next one is one of my most popular ones, the BBL debut of the year. Has there ever been a better debut game by any player in the history of BBL than this bloke? 2 for 43 off 2.4 overs. Wow, how and he got carted off. He got pulled out
of the attack and got pulled out of the attack for Beamer. Yes.
I saw some people got him, and then I didn't know much about him, so I didn't get him. But his bowling, I heard he was really good, but his bowling was just off. No balls, just been taken off.
Yeah.
I got him.
Oh, you got
He was sold pretty quick, but no, that wasn't a good one. You avoided it, did you, Ross?
I did, yeah. I was looking at him at the start of the season, just because I had that double. I think it was round 2 or whenever it was. But luckily, he didn't end up going there. Like with all these overseas imports, whether they're batters or bowlers, if they haven't played in the BBL before, I want to have a look at them before I bring them in. So, I think there was a couple of Pakistani players that really didn't do too well in the BBL this year. I mean, Baba, yeah, he got a couple of 50s, but his strike rate was very, very average. He was very sloppy in the field too. He made a couple of errors in that game against Perth the other night too. It just seemed like he didn't want to be there. And I know he had that alteration with Steve Smith. And then we also saw today that he's actually left and gone back to Pakistan to get ready for the series against Australia. You can't tell me that something hasn't happened there. I just feel like I think something's happened. To me,
I think he was supposed to get dropped. I reckon he was going to get dropped, and it was like,
that's what I reckon too. Is that it was just something for them to come up with to. They'll turn around rather than saying he's been dropped. They're going to say, "Oh, he's been released to go early to get prepared for the series against Australia," which is only warm-up matches for the T20 World Cup anyway. So, I mean, it didn't look. I thought it was very unprofessional from Baba. I could understand he was upset about what Steve Smith did, but then he took 32 off the over. But for him to come off and smack the bloody boundary rope the way that he did, coming off the field with kids there, it just doesn't look good for the game. I mean, it's just not a good look. It happened right near where we were sitting in the members, and it was just, it's just poor. It really is. And then also the fact that he didn't come out after the end of the game finished and didn't shake hands with the players either. So it's it just doesn't look good for him. Something tells me he won't be back at the BBL anytime soon.
Another Chris Gale. You think Gale got axed forever and he's never been back? So another one.
Yeah, but that was because of the Don't Blush Baby, though.
Yeah.
Oh, that video with the reporter. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't know that.
But we are talking about Baba, so we do have an award for him. Now, this is a very special award, the Supercoach Dubai Chocolate Award. Expensive, but average at best. If you've had Dubai chocolate, anyone, you'll know exactly what we're talking about here. But that pretty much describes Baba's season. Expensive for the Sixers.
Yeah. Same with Rizwan. He was arguably worse than Baba. But
Rizwan at least got off to a start for the first 2 rounds, and then he went in a heap. But he started well.
Yeah. As I said, Baba wasn't completely bad. He made 250s.
The strike rate's horrible.
Just,
like he's unenjoyable.
That's what I was saying. The strike rate was terrible.
He hit some 4s, and he's a quality cricketer, but not for Big Bash. He's just
no. Yeah.
Our next award, going through them, this is a special award we do every year, the haircut of the year. There really wasn't too many wild haircuts. There wasn't too many mad chint jobs.
No, I couldn't think of anyone else to put up for this award, to be honest with you. So,
but we do have to have a special mention to him. 41 years of age. What a season he had. It could have nearly been the player of the tournament. What do you think, Jesse? Did you own him or tempt him?
I actually never owned him just because I just don't rate him, in my opinion. Like, he's a quality player, but I don't like, he's good, and he's good at power surges, but I just never owned him. There was more stars people I wanted to own, like Harper, Maxwell, Stoinis, even Harris Raff as well. I just didn't really want to go the bowlers for some reason. I just didn't. He did a job, but I didn't own him this year. But he's quality though.
I was actually waiting for him to get a rest at some stage, and that was my concern about bringing him in for their double too. Was that because there was a bit of travel between a couple of the games too, as to whether they rest him. But I guess they didn't really have depth to do that because, I don't know, just rest from bowling his massive 4 overs that he bowls or whatever. Because just because his age, he's never played. I don't think he's ever played a full season before. Pretty sure last year he was rotated with some other bowlers, but they didn't really have many options this year. They had Liam Hatcher, that's it. So they didn't really have anything else because of the injury to who was it that got injured at the start of the season and was ruled out? The pace bowler for Stars. Can't remember who it was. They had someone there.
Me now.
Yeah. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
No, they did have some injuries very early on, which
Skekity.
Yeah, Steckity, yeah. So they didn't really have any backup pace bowlers except for Liam Hatcher, who's pretty average on his day, as we saw when he played that one game when Tom Curran was laid out with his calf injury or whatever it is that he had.
All right. So our next little award goes to no, that's the same one, is it? Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
The most improved player of the year. I sort of didn't go into much consultation here with too many people on this one, but I'd give it to Joel Davies. I mean, I doubted him.
Yeah.
I didn't get him, and that was
same.
I suffered because of it. So you didn't get him, Jesse?
No, I didn't. I'm glad. Like, I didn't get him for last week, which paid out well, but I just didn't know his overs were consistent. He might not even get a bat, and it proved like that. The second last game for the Sixers, he got 1 point. So it was a hard watch because he had a good economy rate. He got wickets. And then I remember I owned Edwards, and Joel Davies came in before him and hit like 37 or 14 or something. And he was just I didn't have him the whole year just because he wasn't guaranteed 4 overs. He wasn't guaranteed to bat, and he was a gamble. And it didn't, like in the last week it worked, but then throughout that he just kept going off. I was going to jump on him because he had a low break even, but I decided not to. But yeah, he was really good. Like compared to Ollie Davies for the Thunder, he had such a good season with the bat, and then with the bowling, I think he was leading the lowest economy rate. I think he was leading that. I think. Well, and then
I think he ended up winning. It was only just under 6 and over for a spinner, and he hadn't been hit for many boundaries either up until that last game. I think it was that he played that he got hit for a few boundaries, but. Brad, you'd spruiked him up pretty early in the piece, and we talked him up on the pod, but you never bought him in.
No, yeah, that's very typical.
You kept saying you were going to bring him in, but you never did.
I even wrote an article
yes,
featuring him, go out and get this player, the player to go get this round. So that was when he was 40 grand. Yeah, look, he had a wonderful season. My tip is actually, I think he'll be in green and gold in future years. I think his development will continue. I think he is the better of the Davies, as Jesse sort of said. But yeah, I think his game is really suited to short form cricket. But you never know. Lyon does have to at some stage start moving on, and they do need a younger person that can bowl through a lot of overs. And he bowls with that similar sort of a fast speed about him. He doesn't overflight the ball, which that really does suit short form cricket. No, I like him. There's a lot to like.
I think that honourable mention because another player who could have probably gone pretty close to this award is probably Aaron Hardy as well. Just a massive season from him with the bat and the ball too. You look at his last season in BBL, he really wasn't that great, but this year he's taken his game to a next level, I reckon.
Well, this one then is up for discussion because I actually have him to be the Supercoach Player of the Year. The reason I had him as Supercoach Player of the Year, and I'm willing we can change this if upon discussion, because I know that Harper and there's a few others that have performed very well, but he made owners 130K if you sold him. But the thing is, you shouldn't have sold him because he kept delivering all the way through. I never got him. He killed my Supercoach season by not getting on him. He was a must-have. I should have got on him. But he's a must-have. And I think he was third highest in the overall points come the final. For some reason, there was Supercoach. It's like they're having a pink fit at the moment, Supercoach.
He was second. I have it up now. He was second.
He was second.
734 points.
Yeah. So the top was Sammy Harper, was it?
Stoinis for 845 points. Sammy Harper was fifth, so you had Renshaw and Connolly third and fourth.
So who was going to be yours, Ross?
Oh, look, I thought Sam Harper was pretty impressive too, but obviously again another one who I thought had a massive season and probably would have topped the most runs and most points had he been available for not available for the whole season and not for injuries. Finn Allen, I think he's taken his game to a next level this BBL season. it took him a while to adapt to the conditions. I remember he struggled a bit when he played for Perth in the BBL last season. But, wow, some of those shots he played in this season, some of those sixes, I think he hit close to 40 sixes for the season. Now, in perspective, I think Perth hit a total of 110 sixes for the season, which is a record. So it actually broke their own record. So for 3 seasons in a row, they've hit the most sixes. He's hit nearly half that sixes, and he missed, I think, 2 or 3 games through the finger injury as well. So I think it's worth mentioning him as well. And Sam Harper, I thought he could have gone close to that most improved player as well, because I thought he had a massive season as well. I wasn't sure what to think of him at the start of the season, but it's good to see he's thrown away those stupid ramp shots and all the other junk shots he used to play, and he's just playing proper cricket shots. And, he's really impressed me. Not just in the BBL, but he's had a massive season in the Shield as well. So I think, I think it could have gone to any of those 3, but I'm not too unhappy to see that go to Hardy. I think he was, had a great season.
Well, I was really looking at it from a Supercoach point. Player of the year is a bit different to Supercoach player of the year.
Yeah.
And so that's why I went, well, he's made 130K where Harper only made about 60K or something. And who was yours, Jesse? Who do you reckon? What's your
I didn't really think about it because I just watch cricket for the Supercoach side of it. But I think Hardy was really good. I think he had a slow, I think Connolly was good. He was only good with the bowling. Like his first 2 or 3 games, he was really good with the bat and bowling. But then he was only, so I was leaning towards Connolly, but his batting was just horrific in the last 8-9 games. So I think maybe Hardy, maybe Stoinis. I think Stoinis, he surprised me with his bowling. I think he got some pretty good wickets, and then he was a quality bowler, I think, and he was always trustworthy with the bat. So I think either Stoinis or Hardy, and Supercoach, kind of proves that as well because of the total points. They were the top 2 scorers. But I think, Hardy had a quiet first 2 games, and then he performed so well. His bowling was great, his batting was great, and I think the same with Stoinis. So I think either Stoinis or Hardy for me. But I didn't really think about it, so I'm not too sure.
Well, thanks for that. That's about all our awards there, Ross. So did you have any other awards you wanted to comment on?
No, I don't think so. I don't have anything. I think we pretty much sort of covered everything. So just a quick, again, thank you to everyone who tuned in for our podcast during the season, to everyone who commented, Bilko, Mark. There's a ton of them to go through there. Shauno, the list could go on forever, but just a huge thank you to you, Brad, obviously, again, for hosting, Tim as well for helping out, Dave and the other guys behind the scenes with the stuff that they do as well. And we're ready to ramp up. We'll be basically starting probably our first of our pre-season NRL podcast in the next sort of 2 weeks. And we're happy to have to announce too that we've got Dan jumping on board to give us a hand too, who used to do a lot of stuff with the Tragic guys too. Great stats work that he does, Brad. And other stuff like that as well. Down to the draws from the hardest to the easiest draws and stuff like that. So we're super stoked to have him on board. Very great at Supercoach and knows his stuff as well. So looking forward to having him on and getting a few guests on during the season. So might even get you back on again, Jesse, for NRL too, if you're keen for that too. I'd love to.
I think NRL is my, because I'm a really, Aman talks Supercoach. I think I'm really in the base and power, and I think you really want to find those people who have good base and power and not just rely on the prize. But if you want me, I'm eager to go on if you guys need.
Yeah, you went pretty well in NRL last year too, didn't you?
Yeah, I think it was 720. But I was top 100 for a lot of it, and then the last 2-3 rounds I ran out of trades, and then my team just kind of flunked, and that was kind of
So interesting. Where others and I'm a bit conservative and known to be quite conservative in my approach to Supercoach NRL. But it has served me good in the past because I've got some really good results. But sometimes I don't chase those high ceiling players as much as what other people have. Whereas in some of the years when high ceiling really pays well, a lot of the base and power people sort of suffer where the high ceiling. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see this year how the scoring goes and whether we're going to have those high ceiling players again. Because I can see people's teams already, they're stacking them with those high ceiling all down the bottom in the flex.
Herbie Farnworth in. He's my go-to.
Oh, he's always my
I love
one of my
watching him.
first.
I love watching him. He's just like he chucks that
Yeah.
offload tackle breaks, and he's just such a good thing. So this was my rank.
Yeah.
So I was actually 90th in round 20, 91st, round 21, 93rd, 96, 98, 56, then round 25, 118th, 26, 351, 27, 771. So I was up there and then I was just kind of like flunked at the end because I ran the trades. But I think base and power for me, I love Herbie Farnworth. He's a good watch.
Oh,
Yeah. Haven't you? What did you got, Brad? You finished ninth one year, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got ninth. You got the KFC. Didn't you get the KFC suit or whatever it was?
Yeah, I got the KFC suit, the Shane Warne tracksuit they used to call it, remember?
Oh, that's right.
The
That's
Shane
right.
Warne.
Yes.
Joey Olchins has come in with a comment. He said that's a way better. So, Jesse, you're a way better replacement.
Thank you, Josiah. Thank you.
Shout out to Joey and the boys at the Rock Infringement Podcast. I'll be starting their podcast very soon as well in the next few weeks, and they did a great job with their everything down legs. What was it? Everything down leg side or whatever it was, or we recalled it with his cricket one. So, yeah.
I think they did their final show of theirs the other night. I saw something about it. So that one's done and dusted. NRL, we're all about NRL just about. Don't forget, folks, those the code there. And check out Supercoach rings. If you do have a league going or something like that, they do have some really affordable and cool options that we'll put up a post about the Supercoach rings on our social pages.
Just one more thing too as well. Just on the NRL Supercoach, I'm going to put a post out on the page, but we are looking for small sponsors too to donate stuff. So it can be it doesn't have to be like a massive cash prize or anything. Even if you know a business that might be willing to donate, a jersey or something along those lines or anything like that we can use as prizes, reach out to us. I'm going to put a post up on the page and hopefully put some feelers out to some people and see if we can get some more, because I want to give away more than just a ring. I want some other prizes to give away to, not just have first prize, but have a second and third prize too. So if anyone's tuning in and they know anyone, or if they might be interested, just send us a message and let us know, and we'll shoot you some information and whatever. But it'd be good to have some more on board.
Now, Joey does say that Jesse looks like Timmy if Timmy was young and not Timmy. Right? Okay, Joey, here we go. Right, this is for you. Compare now. Have a look at Jesse. Now, here we go.
Does Tim go on the Savage Burbos, that podcast? Is that Tim?
No,
different Tim. Okay.
No, different Tim.
Oh, hang on. Which Tim? Which show? Sorry, Savs.
Yeah, Savs.
Oh no, it's Tim. That's Timmy Moody.
Yeah,
that's Tim Moody. Yeah. I got to ask you, Jesse. You're out of Ingleburn Way, so are you a Tigers fan?
Yes, I go for Tigers, unfortunately, but I don't have any Tigers.
Yes,
I don't have any Tigers in my team, but they suck. Haven't made finals since 2011, but hopefully, I think this is a year this year. Hopefully, do you go for Tigers, Ross? Do you go for Tigers?
I do.
Yeah,
I do. I have to show you something. Yeah.
Oh my
God! Is
God!
it a signed 2005 Grand Final jersey? Oh, is that okay, 2000. Awesome.
And it's got my I was at the grand final, so it's even got my ticket in there too.
Oh, really? Oh, how much you got? Damn.
Well. Yeah.
I think I was 3, so I didn't really know what was going on, but my dad was pretty passionate about it too.
But it's only been 21 years since we've made a grand final, so it's all right.
Yeah, but I've only really started getting like I've always been a Tigers fan, but I've only really started watching since I was in high school, so like 2015, and then they just have not made finals, and they've just always sucked for so long. So, what can you do though?
Well, Brad's a Manly supporter.
Manly.
So you Jesse, you actually support the Broncos in another life.
I go. I don't mind them. I want them to beat Penrith, and they beat Penrith.
Hey, Shauno, we gave you a bit of a shout out before, man. Thank you very much for tuning in this year and all your questions and that. Cheers for the pods and the info this season, he says. And bring on the NRL. Yes, man, we bring on the NRL. I know you'll be over there joining us again this year on that one. You're great. You gave us great support on the NRL one as well last year, so we thank you for that. All right, I think that's about a wrap for us. Rossco, anything last to say?
No, just jump into that code. Don't forget, also jump on our NRL Supercoach off the bench page. If you haven't done that yet, Jesse, you too. There's a post on there about posting on your rankings for last season, because we're going to be running 8 seeded leagues as well, with all our admin guys. So jump in there. If we should get enough to do 20-man leagues, so 160 people will have all up, which shouldn't be a problem, considering I think we've already got nearly 180 in our overall league. Is it, Brad? Somewhere around
about
there?
that, yeah.
I mean, I've only advertised it a couple of days ago, and we're already at 168 entries for the overall league. So that's massive. I mean, we got weeks to go till the season starts, and yeah, we're out to have that many already.
5 weeks.
So
5 weeks.
Yeah.
5 weeks.
Yep. And we've only got, I think we've got just over 2. Well, I think we've only got 2 weeks till the trials start too. So that'll be an interesting watch too as well, in regards to certain players and that as well for the trial game. So looking forward to watching some of those, and looking forward to Vegas and the season starting, to be honest with you. I haven't started a team yet, so that'll be an Australia Day long weekend thing of just sitting there and doing a side. So, yeah, really looking forward to it. So
I can't wait. It'll be interesting to see Brandon Smith. He's been off the piss. He's been off the drugs. He's been off the nose beers. He's been in the rehab. This is his year, apparently.
And he's been training the house down, apparently. Like every...
Good old Brandon. Yeah, well, the nose beers have gone, but anyway. And, of course, Lack Lomax. It'll be interesting to see what sort of jersey he ends up.
Yeah, well, did you see that? They've taken legal action against him, Parramatta. They're taking him to court.
It is so bad what he did, though. Like, he said he wasn't going to join back, and then he'll go back, and he's not allowed to go anywhere. And then he's like, no, I'm going with the Storm. And then I really hope that NRL doesn't go because they're saying that, if it's a reasonable offer, they have to accept it. But, the only reasonable...
I don't think they should. I think they should block it. I don't think he should be allowed to play in NRL
I think for a player
season.
swap, I think if they get Jack Howarth or Stefano, I think that's great, and I think that would work. But they don't want money, Eels. They need a quality player, and I think Jack Howarth is center, data center, and it's just ridiculous if NRL doesn't block it, because they was very clear for that he wasn't allowed back in the NRL, and if he was, he had to come back for Eels, and he's just doing a complete 180 and saying no, I'm going to the Storm, and it's poor form from Lomax, if you ask me. It really is. It's the same thing at Dragons too. He got released early, and then he went to Eels, and it's just we'll see though.
Yeah, for a bloke that's only 25 or something. Was he 25, 26?
Is he 25?
It's fairly young.
Ryan Madison 2.0. Wow. Another bloke who likes to jump clubs all the time too.
He just likes looking in the mirror and looking at his guns with his shirt off. But that's all right, mate, for you. All right, folks, thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you a heap, Jesse.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jesse. Yep.
Thanks for everything. Thanks for all the work you guys do this year, and then for the Facebook page, and excited for NRL.
Well, we're stoked that you've come 14th, so it just proves that you didn't take any of our advice for where we moved.
If that's with Joe Davies, maybe I would have been ranked.
Oh, yeah. Because you didn't get anything, did you? Top 10. It was only top 10 that got prizes, wasn't it?
Do they? I actually don't know. Does top 10 get prizes?
I think they did.
It might only be top 5.
Oh, was it? I thought it was 10. Okay.
I'd have to check, but
yeah.
I think it's only top 5 in BBL.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks very much, everyone. We'll see you on Across the Bench when that one starts off soon. Watch out for socials. And until that time, stay safe. Well, you can't trade your ass off because we've got no trades to do. So it won't be long. You can